homosexuals or the LGBT community. The appeal comes from Michael Barford, the European Union's ambassador to Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean, as he spoke broadly on human rights issues. But he has been quick to say that the EU's appeal is not linked to its provision of financial assistance and support to Barbados and other countries within the region.
Let me make it clear that the EU is not linking any of its actions or its aid to this, which is a question that I was asked before. We don't do that, and we never will in the situation we're in the Caribbean right now.
Now, with respect to the death penalty, he lauded government in moving forward legislation to remove the mandatory death sentence for murder convictions, but he's lamented that it has not yet been passed.
We think that's a step forward, and I really would like to commend the government for that. The problem is, of course, that the bill is still postponed, and that is something that we would like to have sped up if possible. We are very keen that the next step is taken as well, which is, of course, the moratorium on executions. And ultimately, the goal is clear, and that is to see that Barbados simply abolishes the death penalty.
With respect to the LGBT community, he said he was pleased to see the community is able to raise its concerns in the media, but he still wants to see more being done.
We feel that it shouldn't be so difficult in a country as tolerant as Barbados, because Barbados is quite tolerant in this area compared to many other neighboring countries. That a country as tolerant as Barbados should not basically start to take care of the issue of discrimination against LGBT and move away from anything that smacks of a homophobic situation in society.
Well, it's a busy time in the city, and those who have started their shopping early are aiming to stay within their budgets. Here's what some Barbadians say they're buying for the holidays.
Hello.
Hello, what have you been doing today?
Anya, I was shopping for a ball gun.
Christmas gifts to my son, just some household items and supermarket.
I went and bought a dress for church for me, my daughter and myself, and some toys and other household things. I know what I wanted, so I went straight to the stores to get it. The prices are not that bad, but it's Christmas, so I guess everybody want to make $1.
It's okay. It's kind of expensive, but I guess I could work with the price because you have to import the stuff. So it's okay. The stores have some nice varieties, and I like it. You know, some Christmas outfits for Christmas Day, Christmas, New Year's Day, and then church, and then probably stuff for my mom. More in the clothing section, apparel.
The 17th edition of the Sir Arthur Lewis Institute of Social and Economic Studies annual conference has been launched. Revolution, Socio-Economic Change and Freedoms is the theme for this year's conference. Dean of the Faculty of Social Sciences, Dr. Justin Robinson, says although the conference will have debates by academics, it is important for the public to attend so they can celebrate the relevance of the Caribbean in the world.
The Caribbean is important to us because we live here, this is where we make our living, but we are not important to anybody else. We are quite insignificant in the global scheme of things. So it's easy for the rest of the world to forget about us, and it can be easy for us to also accept that relative insignificance. So I think these kinds of conferences, UWI and so on, are important because these are places where we celebrate that elevated sense of the Caribbean in the world.
Still to come, look at some of the stories making headlines across our region. But first, we want to hear from you on this question. Do you think the NUPW's demand for a wage increase is justifiable in the new year? You can text yes or no to short code 8111. We'll have the results for you by the end of the news. And you can also follow us on Twitter at CBC_newsroom and on our Facebook page, CBC News Barbados.